Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, another week, child. You know how we got to do. Love After Lockup time. All right, this is my review for Love After Lockup, Ticking Time Bombs, Season 4, Episode 38. Child, please tell me what the heck Justine and Michael are doing. Y'all know this is the couple that I root for. I love them to death, but make it make sense. You out here making a big decision for your family, okay? Saying 2 seconds ago that you was not going to quit your job. You knew you had to hold on to your job, especially if you was pregnant, because you would need to hold on to the health care. You're not going to let it go. And then the next thing I know, Justine, we up in the car, not even giving a damn 2 weeks notice, not giving no time, calling, talking about, yo, I got to go, okay? And they begging you, saying they short staff, think about this, can't you hold on a little bit longer? And you talking about, no, I need to do this for my husband. How the hell y'all hanging y'all hat before your head, putting the carriage before the damn horse, the cart before the horse, or whatever the hell the saying is, and you ain't got the damn thing? Michael over here going to the studio, child, talking about he got a session, baby. You got to pay for studio time, but you're not getting paid from the studio time. You're not getting paid from no album. You're not getting paid to go on tour. First of all, you can't even go to no other states because of your damn parole. And even if you could, because of all the new COVID rules, it's much harder. So please tell me what the hell y'all thinking about. What the hell are y'all talking about right now? I just want to know. Now, moving on along, we also got Ashley and Mr. Travis out here, child, arguing over money, going to his mama house. The mama basement, to be honest, looked better than Ashley's whole house did, okay? And she is telling them to go ahead and stay here so they get on their feet. To me, mama's making sense. She's speaking the truth, but Ashley says she don't want nobody watching over her. She want to be able to do what the hell she want to do, even though she ain't got 2 cents to rub together. And although they don't have 2 cents to rub together, Travis is more worried about getting his damn mama a present than he is about getting a daggone job. Nathan and Skylar go missing. We trying to figure out what the heck, where they went, where they at, what's going on. They doing some more arguing and breaking up each other's phones. Them two need to be apart. We keep saying it over and over and over again. Derek, child, your family is weird. I'm sorry, but these is a bunch of daggone weirdos. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. Yes, Monique has her ways and she can be very, overbearing and insecure and all of that kind of stuff. But some of the things that they are talking about and doing, child, is a big no for me. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to deal with them. They would have to get up, hell up, away from me, okay? We ain't gonna have none of that. In the meantime, I love me some Aries family, all right? You can give them their own show. I'm here for them all the way. I'm not Aries family, but Cameron family, I should say. Aries is at home sick, child. She talking about some, we had a time last night, and she don't want to get up and go to the family function. She want to stay her behind home. Let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. Take it from the top. You know how we do. Let's get into this episode. So we basically started out this episode right where we left, where we are seeing that Michael and Justine is in this bathroom. They talking about, what we gonna do, whether it's positive or negative. How do you feel? Will you be excited? Will you be happy if it does come up positive? He asking how long does it take for the results to come up? Can we get something that is more quicker, that shows the results fast? And now it's time to look, and she's telling him, you go ahead and look. I'm scared. I'm nervous. I don't want to be the one to do it. All right. And so he's standing there looking for a minute, and then he like, holy shit. Oh my God. Holy shit. Okay. We are pregnant. We are definitely pregnant, baby. We the damn Brady bunch. It's about to be, his 4 and then her 3, and then a new one on the way, right? Will make daggone 8. So she's like, how is this even possible? Because y'all been screwing, okay? And y'all was saying from the beginning that, maybe we gonna hit it that first night and make a daggone baby. But my thing is, I really wish, on the serious note, that y'all would have had these daggone discussions and have more plans in reference to, having a baby. And what if we do get pregnant? We know we're not using protection. We know we sleeping with each other left and right, in and out, up and down, and all around, every chance that we could get. And we know that we have these other kids. I seen and heard of y'all at least having conversations pertaining to how it's going to be with you guys and the kids that you already have, and how y'all want to have, excuse me, y'all things set up. but never a conversation pertaining to this. And so you're literally sitting here like, whoa, what are we going to do, right? We wasn't expecting anything like this fast to happen. What's gonna be the next step? They like, we gonna need a new car now soon. And he's like, well, my mom's coming this weekend and this might be a good time to tell her, and then she's like, tell her what? She's like, just, not tell my family. He was like, come on, we just found out though, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you want to keep it private or you want to tell the kids? And she was like, I don't want to tell the kids, you know what I'm saying, anything. And so he's like, well, Justine's mother really don't like him much. And so, of course, with her feeling the way he doing, feeling like things are still fresh and new, it might be not be such a good, time to go ahead and tell her this, because she might not want to give support with Justine having the baby right now. She's probably going to feel like it's too fast. And so, of course, we're like, yeah, we're excited and all of that, but, we might want to just wait and see. But this is even more reason, according to him, for her to go ahead and quit this damn job. But this is a damn another mouth to feed. So why would we be talking about quitting a job at the same time as saying that it's another mouth to feed, and at the same time that Justine was saying how important it is, in terms of insurance, because whether he's on the road and doing this thing or not, that's not going to be covering that part. And so this was the whole reason why Justine was saying she wanted to keep the job in the first place. However, all of a sudden, Justine literally lets this man talk her into damn resigning from her job, and we are seeing her in the damn car on the phone, child. Not even a letter, not even let me go in and finish out the next week, 2 weeks, give y'all some type of notice that I'm making this decision and I'm going to be leaving, but literally calling them up to be like, I'm going to have to go ahead and resign, okay? My time here is done. We seeing Michael in the damn studio. I will admit the song sounded a little bit better this time than that first time when he went giving that freestyle. And he's saying it's the first time in the studio in 6 years, getting in front of the mic was like, the first time that he had sex with Justine, because according to him, he bumping the mic too, the same way he would bump, Justine ass, okay? So now he's saying, he's feeling good and he's motivated and he want to know like what his chances is, but at the same time he is scared because this is going to be a change, and he's used to being a provider. He's used to being the one to be able to do for the family and, bring the income in and all that other kind of stuff. And if he can't do that, what would happen, especially with having a new baby on the way, as well as having the kids that he already have. And I'm saying, see, this is why you should not be rushing telling Justine to quit no damn job. In the meantime, her supervisor or the boss or whatever that she's on the phone with is saying, yo, we really short staffed right now. This is the worst time that you could possibly leave. Can't you hang on and at least give me a week some time or whatever? Keep coming until I can find somebody to replace you. This is short notice. And she's going, I know, I'm so sorry. She was like, but this is really important. This is a decision that me and my husband made. And, when she adds in the part about her husband, her boss basically was like, yo, well, you should not be doing a decision because of your husband. You should be doing it because it makes, sense for you. And it's something that you need to do for you. And she was like, well, we basically stand together on this. She was like, I've been kind of back and forth and thinking about this for a minute. And so I pretty much know that this is what I need to do now. And this is what is best for me and my family. And of course, they can't force you. They ain't gonna make you or whatever. But I know in their damn heads, they gotta be like, this chick is really crazy. Okay, she done got married to a guy while he was in prison. The minute he get out now, we leaving our damn job and we pregnant leaving the job, okay? And so he's trying to sit down and have a discussion with the, engineer that was working with him in the studio and find out, like, how would it work for him to go on tour and different stuff like that? What's the changes since the last time that he's been out here doing things? And the guy's like, yo, it's a lot of changes, and I know it's going to be even weirder for you because you're coming out from jail or whatever, because now we have these COVID rules. You got to be tested. Some places may even want you to have, the vaccine. In certain places you can't go to. And he was like, I could tell you right now that you are definitely not going to find any work in this area. And Michael was saying, yeah, that's going to be a little hard. That's definitely going to make it rough, because at the end of the day, right now with the whole parole thing or whatever the case may be, he, is limited to where he could go, right? Remember, we was hearing that even with just going to see his kids, he can't just go and, see them whenever he wants to and go to another state. He got to have the parole's permission and basically stay where they tell him to stay at. And so that is going to be, issue for him. And he was like, he's definitely worried about income. So I'm like, how again do we have these people that are going to be worried about income, don't know where the hell the money coming from? You talking about you want her to be home with the kids so you could go in this studio and make this, album, I guess. I don't know how long that's supposed to take. And she just literally fresh, clean off the bat, quit her damn job with a new baby on the way and damn 7 kids that y'all gotta freaking feed in the meantime. And that really made sense to you, Justine? I'm giving you the damn side eye, girl, okay? Now, moving on from them, we get to Travis and Ashley, child. We know that Travis and Ashley was basically driving on their way to his mama house. Of course, she's reiterating that this is hard. This was unexpected. 1 minute her business was booming. She was doing better than I don't know what. And the next minute, baby, everything went to shit, okay? Everything went to hell. And they had to get up and leave all their stuff. And so now they making this trip to his mama. Now, Travis want to stop and want to buy his mother some daggone candles, y'all. Okay. Because according to him, he don't want to go empty-handed. And he know that this is something that his mother really likes. But apparently, this card that Ashley had originally got for him to be able to have money for I don't know what, but it was just supposed to be for him. It was something she got for him. And he don't even have a daggone enough, okay? He don't have enough. It's not as much money on the card as she thought that it was or whatever. He's saying how his mother's a big part of his life. She's very important to him, She's also a hard person to win over and this and that. So now, mind you, when they stop for these candles, they saying that they $28 each. I said, child, y'all could have went to damn Dollar Tree and got some candles, okay? Dollar Tree be having some good candles that look cute and smell good and will not cost you $28 damn each, all right? And that could have been good enough for mama. So now he don't got enough money, and she's saying she had just found $10 in the car on the floor, okay? And he telling the damn cashier, the man behind the damn register, to give them a minute. They gonna go and look and see if there's more money, all right, that they could get in. She's saying the money is gone. What do you want me to do? Pull money out of my daggone behind? Like, we literally are homeless at this point, and you over here talking about, let me see if I can find my own money in the car. So he literally goes digging in the daggone car and comes up with, I think it was like another $5 and change. And then out of nowhere, Ashley ends up pulling out a $20 bill saying, listen, this is what I was going to use for my nails. But just go ahead. If this is what you need, take it. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you. Okay, and just snatching it up. And so, of course, this starts an argument amongst them, where she's like, yo, we don't have nothing right now. So I would think that you wouldn't be trying to spend the last thing to go get your mother some damn candles. And he's saying, come on, that doesn't look right. You don't go to nobody's house without something. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you just don't do that. You don't show up after not seeing somebody for almost a decade and come empty-handed. It makes us look like we damn trash. And she's like, don't call me trash. And he's like, I'm not saying you're trash. I'm just saying that we would look like trash if we came without nothing. I'm like, Travis, I get the sentiments, but baby, it ain't that serious. I'm sure your mother could understand, especially with you telling her the damn situation that's going on. If you don't show up with no damn $28 each candles, all right, you could have got one of them damn candles. You want to be cute and get 2 and 3. And so, of course, he's saying he's tired of arguing about money every minute. He like, we wake up arguing, we go to sleep arguing. We looking at each other like we crazy. You make me feel like I'm never going to be able to provide you. I'm never going to be able to do nothing. What do you want to do? You want to just give up and we go our separate ways? Oh, no, she don't want to do that. She's already lost everything. She don't want to lose him, too. And so she basically says, I'm just scared, which is understandable. Of course, you're going to be scared when you don't know what the hell's going to happen from what, and you in this damn situation. And he says he'll be back, and he still goes in to get these damn candles and just says, he just really wanted to do something nice for his mother for after not seeing her, whatever, right? And he knows that the situation is pretty bleak right now, and that is really stressful. And so he go ahead and he get the candles. When they get there and they see his mom, she is super freaking happy, of course. Goes without saying to see him. She comes out greeting him with a very big hug, interested in meeting damn Ashley and seeing what the heck she gonna be about. And as they go in and they first give her the candles, she did like them. And she's like, oh, another one? Because she wasn't even expecting another one. Like I said, it could have just been one and the mom would have been freaking, fine with that. All right. And so, even at one point, he was given this breakdown of what happened with his arrest again and, what he had did in the bank. And Ashley made the comment that, well, I'm definitely not worried about him taking any money or jewelry from me. And she's like, the jewelry she does have in the bank. And then she goes, oh, God is in the bank. And she gonna say, well, we shouldn't go to a bank no time soon. And he's like, yeah, let's not do that. So it's like they still making jokes about that or whatever. So now, of course, it's been 4 years since he's seen his mom. He's super excited to see him. They go in, he gives her the candles. She's liking them or whatever. And she, pretty much was upfront and real with it right off the back. I got questions. I got things that I want to know. Ashley's telling her a little bit about her business, how it was doing good, but then COVID hit. She started struggling. She's showing her some of the pieces she have. They talking about the website that she's had. She's like, yeah, I heard about your website. I'm saying, seeing what you got is nothing that I could afford. Looks like some pretty nice things that you basically would be selling to rich people. At one point she shows the pre-engagement ring or whatever the hell they calling it. And come to find out, mama got the same ring size as her or whatever. So he's like saying, oh, that's a good, sign. We both got the same ring size. And I think his mother says something like, I'm not going to give this back to you until I figure out, who you are, what's going on, something to that degree. I thought that was a little bit, much. But overall, I think his mother was very realistic, very down to earth, and was just basically saying, I got so many questions. What is y'all plans? How y'all plan on, making it? Tell me what y'all next steps is, what y'all trying to do, or whatever the case may be, especially since you now have this situation going on. She was like, I feel like it's too many questions, too many blanks, and anybody that has that many questions, the last thing they should be thinking about is getting married. I agree with mama. Okay, mama dropping some gems, she's speaking some facts. So basically, she wants them to stay there. She ends up taking them down to her basement, and that basement was nice, honey. Okay, it had a living room, a dining room, a kitchen. I think I seen a washer and a dryer, the bed. Like, it was literally like a little apartment. It was very neat, very clean, had just about everything that they needed. And Ashley's like, hell to the no. Okay, she says she appreciate that. That's a nice offer or whatever, but they really want to get their own thing. They want to stand on their own feet. I get it, especially when you've been on your own for a long time. It's hard to go and stay in somebody else's house. You got to follow their rules. She don't want to feel like nobody's over her, watching her, supervising her, judging her, or whatever. So basically, she doesn't want to stay. But in my opinion, if I was Travis, I would be staying right there at my mama house. Okay, we could visit each other. We could still see each other. I think that's what he should have did from the beginning, instead of even coming home to Ashley in the first daggone place. Mama is saying to them, listen, this is what I want to do for y'all. This would be my treat to y'all. And she is basically saying that she does want to get to know Ashley, okay, and love on her, but Ashley basically that next morning or whatever was trying to get up and out and flip some damn pieces to see if she could make money so she won't have to stay there, and so him and his mom get time to sit down and talk for a minute, and mama comes over to talk and is basically like, so you still planning on getting married? This is not something that you're gonna rush and jump to do, right? And he's basically saying that, yeah, I still want to marry her. I know that she's the one, so what difference does it make? No, we're not trying to do it right this minute, but it's definitely still something that I want to do. This is somebody that I was talking to every day, 5 times a day, 365 days of the year for 4 years. And his mom is like, yeah, I get that, but talking to somebody on the phone and being in person with them is different. Living with them is different. You learn different things at different, spaces and times in the relationship. And mama right about that too. But he's like saying, I know her quirks and all this other stuff. And you could tell he's starting to get frustrated with the conversation. So she was like, you can still plan to do it, but in the meantime, date. You know what I mean? Live together. Even if you living together for a while, for 6 months or whatever, get to know each other on that different level. Now, in the meantime, she's also telling him that getting married is not going to solve the problems. If there's already problems there, you want to go ahead and work on those problems first. Everything she's saying sounds logical to me. We get in the back and forth of Ashley being at the jewelry store and her giving her breakdown of the type of jewelry she sell and what she do. The guy at one point was even like, yo, do you want to come here and work for us? Shoot. And he was saying if he had that kind of jewelry, then he wouldn't be, sitting there in that position. So she was like, well, no, I actually might have to come and work here. She's like, no, seriously, I might have to. I might not have no other choice. And looking for different pieces and stuff like that. And then he brung out a whole bunch of stuff. And she was like, oh, that's platinum right there. Seemed like she was getting a little excited about it or whatever have you. And so she's determined to go ahead and do what she got to do because she don't want to be living up in his mama house at all. And I guess that's a good sign. And she also said, she likes to keep busy and keep herself working. So when we got back to him and his mother in this conversation, the mother basically was on some like, I said my piece, I said what I said type of thing. Because after she told him everything, she was like, that's it, I'm done and I'm here if you need me. And pretty much that's all you can really do, mama, okay? Now, moving on from that, we got Derek and Daniel Monique. Now, Derek, overall, I'm going to say I like him. I like his personality. He was a little sketchy with me in the beginning, but I feel like he laid back. I do feel like he really is into Monique. I know that we've seen some things on social media where she was saying that they still together. We see that they going to be on the next, the Loveafterlockup or whatever. But this family situation and this CO situation, that's where you lose me at, Derek. Okay, you lose me there. As much as I do want to try to give you the benefit of the doubt with certain things. And I'm trying to understand why his family is going so hard about somebody that you really don't know like that. And even he is telling them literally at the beginning of this conversation, as him and his brothers is driving up to this house to go meet the sisters, he's saying to them like, yo, she gave me loyalty for 2 years. She held me down. Yo, that's important to me. Like, when y'all wasn't there, when y'all wasn't answering the phone, she was. And then all they took out of that statement was, oh, well, the sex must be whack. It must never be all of that. Seriously? And he's like, nah, the sex is fine. It ain't about that. And he's basically like, once y'all meet her, y'all gonna feel different. They still was going crazy hard and kept emphasizing on, oh, she's a BBW. That's not even your type. So what? Sometimes people go outside of their quote unquote type and it might be better than what the hell they've been going with. Like, because she's different or because she's bigger, that's the only thing you have to say about her, or whatever you must probably heard from the damn sisters. You're gonna judge her on behalf of that instead of you actually meeting her and being like, I don't like her because of XYZ. And even if your reasons are valid that you don't like her, it still is not going to be your final decision because you're not the person that has to be with her. This is who he wants to be with. So it's just very weird to me. I've never seen nothing like that. I got 2 brothers and a sister, and I've never done anything like that to them, and they've never done it to me. So I just can't relate to it. All right. But moving on from that, when they get in the house, they still was going on and on about it. They like, oh, no, you don't need to be with her. And he was like, why you keep saying that? He was like, you haven't even given her a chance. You haven't met her. He was like, you're basing this off of what other people say to you. In the meantime, of course, we get in the flash, back and forth between him being there talking with them to Monique being at the hotel, folding up things, putting things away, and just saying how I haven't heard anything back from Derek. It's been a minute. I'm calling him. I'm texting him. I'm trying to check on him because I'm getting a little bit worried about him, trying to make sure he's okay. She was like, at this point, I'm just really starting to get annoyed about it, okay? And so, she's like, this don't make no sense. I don't understand why he would just disappear like that and not be saying nothing. And it's like, of course, if you going to do stuff like that, then that's going to make a person not trust you. All right. So you kind of giving her the reason not to trust you at the same time. Okay. Even though, like I said, we know that Monique definitely can be overbearing when it comes to that. She basically was saying she don't know what he's up to. This is ridiculous. It's been 3 hours. He's still a no-show, and it's getting frustrating for her now, right? And so she, he at this time is saying to his family is, it's family against the world. He says, but Monique is my family now. Oh, no, she's not. No, she's not. And he was like, look, because the brother's saying you got to stand up for your family. And when he was even trying to put his hand on his shoulder, he moving it off. He was like, you letting outsiders come in and affect the family. He was like, how am I do that? He was like, no, she's not trying to tear y'all apart at all. I don't understand why I got to be, a competition. And they was like, oh, you really must like her. He like, I do. He was like, y'all might hit it off with her. Like, come on. So then he's showing them at the same time, like, this is who was texting me, which is the CO girl, oh, this is a tablet that he actually got from jail. I said, so they just let y'all take the damn tablets home and give y'all tablets in jail? Like, send me a damn tablet, okay? But, they say, he says, this is the girl who was chasing me, and that is a jailhouse tablet, and this is where she was sending him pictures and videos, messages, everything like that. And so they talking about some, oh, yeah, she's more like it. I like her. And they was like, well, what are you into, polygamy? You got girls getting tattoos. You got a girl you about to marry. Is this about to be sister wives? And he was like, nah, man, it ain't nothing like that. That was just somebody that used to send me messages from before. He over here holding up the video talking about this is a female I was talking to. Look at her twerking that fat old ass. I say, yeah, see, Derek, that's where you lose me. But he says these are people that he had met before Monique, and that he's keeping this away from Monique or whatever because, of course, he know how upset she would get about it. So then the sisters come in with the nephew or whatever. He asking the nephew why he was so shy, giving him a hug and stuff like that. They saying, I missed you. He like, I miss you. We giving her hugs and kisses. So they was like, well, we don't even have your number. So the same sister, of course, that was already getting into it, Monique. Oh, yeah, because I don't like her and she don't want us to have your number. And she trying to control everything. And that bitch is just mean. The brother standing up and saying, well, he already just finished saying he don't want us to be judging her. He want us to try to give her a chance and treat her fairly or whatever. Oh, no, that bitch is this. She's that. She's the other. She's fat. She's sloppy. She don't eat. She's dysfunctional. I mean, she eats too much. She's dysfunctional. She just don't want to see us together. So at one point, the sister that has the son is basically saying, step out the room for a minute to her son. Wait till when we ready to go, because this should not be a conversation that a damn child should be in. So I'm glad she at least said that. And the other one is still standing there basically going mad hard saying, I don't like her. She's obsessed. She's overweight. She's hungry. She's dysfunctional. I'm like, what is all of that for? Like, literally nothing you said besides maybe being like she's obsessed and she's jealous made sense. What does that have to do with you? Why you're worried about whether she's hungry or overweight? That's y'all same freaking go-to that y'all go to every single time. If this is who makes him happy, what difference does that freaking make you? To the point that you would be ready to fight somebody and be disrespectful to them. Child, Monique is better than me, honey, because that would be a hell to the no for me, okay? But nonetheless, he's still saying, give her a chance. Y'all don't even know her. I'm saying? Y'all judging or whatever the case may be. He was like, yes, Monique can get jealous. She do be doing the most and be getting obsessed. That part is true. He was like, sometimes he could barely go anywhere or talk to anybody. She want to know who he texting and who he on the phone with and stuff like that. But, and then while he's saying that, we see him Monique getting ready to go out somewhere, whatever the case may be. And she was like, oh, she don't love you and all this other stuff or whatever the case may be. So I just was like, oh, that's just too much for me. But they say they excited to show him something. So they was like, let's go. And so they go ahead to head out. They was like, we're not going to talk about that no more for right now. And when they head out, basically what it ended up being was that they was taking him to his mama's grave, right? And so rest in peace to her, they gathered around and they said a prayer, just was talking and saying how we gonna make sure we look out for each other. We gonna make sure that we step up for each other. We gonna be there for each other. We promise you, we know that we're gonna stick together. We gonna be on the same page. We want you to be our guardian angel. I did like that part. I thought that was very sweet, okay? And they go ahead and leave from there. And as they leaving from there, he's still saying, I really want y'all to meet Monique. So my thing is, if I keep hearing my brother say, I really want you to meet this person, this is the person that I care about, I'm going to be like, okay, I'll meet them. I'll give them a chance on your behalf. You know what I'm saying? Because you really must care about this person. If you saying all of this and you going all hard and you keep wanting me to meet them, like, that would be the end of it. But anyway, So he got ahead to head back to her, whatever the case may be, right? And at this point, when we see Monique, she's just like, I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm about to go to bed. I'm over it. So now when, they drop him off, the sister does say, if you want me to be nice to her, I'll be nice to her. I said, okay, girl. So now it's the next morning. They sitting there talking. Of course, Monique is still saying like, yeah, of course I'm scared and worried after having somebody chase me down and all of that. And, when I'm not with you, then I'm worried about you. And so she's basically, asking him what's going on, but then he gets a call and he was saying that the parole had told him that somebody would be calling. So when he get on this phone call, they want to know about past drug use, and he says that he did marijuana, cocaine, and heroin. I said, well, god damn, Derek, woo, baby, that's a bit much for me. And apparently Monique didn't know nothing about this, honey. She said, listen, when I asked him about him having any type of drug use, he was over here telling me, no, he never did no drugs, okay? Like, we don't get high on our own supply type of thing. So she like, this is my first time hearing about that. So he finishes the conversation. He's telling the parole officer, that he's on a waiting list or whatever the case may be, and that he has family and, his girl that giving him support. And they hang up and he's like, what happened? What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? And she was like, because that's my first time hearing about you with any type of drugs. I never knew anything about that. And he was like, nah, that's when I was much younger. That's why. That's not nothing, no time recent. And he was like, it wasn't that I was shooting up or anything like that. You don't see no type of, marks and stuff like that on my arms. He was like, when you're dealing with heroin and, selling heroin or whatever and making it up to sell it, it gets in your pores. Now, I don't know all about no damn drugs, and I damn sure ain't never used no heroin and no sniff no coke, because Tony, anything with a needle or gotta go up my nose, that's gonna be a big no for me. That's a problem for me. But I do know that it does get in your pores. That's why most times you would see somebody with their head covered, the mask on, the gloves, and all of that different kind of stuff. So I'm like, he could be telling the truth. He could be. He also could be lying, all right? And he says as far as the coke, that he used to lick it to make sure that it was good stuff when he was selling it to people. That's something that you do. So he said, of course, that means that you have to tell them yes and admit to that part too. And that it basically, would come up in your system and they would be able to show and know anyway if you lied about it. And so that's his story and he's sticking to it. So she was like, well, now I'm questioning because it's obviously things that I don't know. And she's asking him if there's anything else that he don't know, and he says no. But then 5 minutes later, he's saying in the damn confessional, of course there's a whole bunch of things she don't know, right? But I'm going to tell her little by little, some kind of way that actually makes sense to him and seems logical to him for whatever reason. So he says, when he basically was talking to her again and she was saying, so you don't know who that was chasing us. You didn't ask your family nothing about whether it was them or not while you was there with them. Oh yeah, I asked them, but they claiming that it wasn't them. I don't know. Of course he gonna be on some shaggy, it wasn't me to every damn thing she say. He don't know. He clueless, right? He have no idea. So he basically, of course, even when it comes to that, is saying, I'm not going to tell her everything. I don't want to get her upset. I'll give her piece by piece as I feel like she needed. At this point, all I want her to do is hurry up and go so that she could take care of everything she needs to do to get back and for us to be, together. I said, child, Derek, if you say so, honey, you a hot daggone mess too. You really are. Now, moving on along, we get to daggone Nathan and Skylar. Child, Nathan and Skylar disappeared up in freaking thin ass air, right? Nobody knows where they are. Her mama looking for her. She's very worried. She thinking she done relapse. She's scared. She using again. She's like, usually when she get these kind of feelings, 90% of the time she be right. It's been so long that she don't even know where to begin trying to look for her if anything did go wrong and all of this. Next thing you know, they talking about 4 hours later and 4 days. This is now 4 days after Skylar being released from jail, that she's driving up. They done found her. She getting out, putting her hand up to the camera, whatever, don't want to talk to nobody, and going inside to see her mother. And then they get in the car with Nathan for a minute and asking him what was going on, where they was at. Did y'all go get high? Okay, what is the truth? And he basically saying, oh, I was fighting with Scarlett. She want to do what she want to do, how she want to do it, and don't worry about how it's going to affect anybody else and stuff like that, and act like she's just on her own or whatever. And he was like, you know, he can't deal with that or whatever, so it made them get into a fight. And then he goes and tells them, okay, get out my truck respectfully, I don't got time for this, and basically drives off after they get out the truck. I'm like, Skylar and Nathan, please separate, please separate. I do not see this ending good. Either y'all will end up having a damn OD, or God forbid, the way damn Nathan act, he will end up, that would be a story on the news where he done, God forbid, killed this girl. I'm sorry, but that's what I see with them. All right, because when Skylar gets in here and she talking to her mom, I'm sorry y'all, if you can tell, I'm losing my damn voice. Okay, I gotta drink me some tea as soon as I get off of here. But when she gets in there with her mom, she tells her mom, because her mom is like, yo, I've been nauseous, I'm worried, I was worried sick about you, don't ever do that again. She like, are you all right? Did you go back to using? What the hell happened? Was it something with Nathan? She telling her mom, you ain't got to be worried about me. And she like, of course I'm going to be worried about you, I'm always going to be worried about you, I am your damn mom. And so she like, I'm sorry. So basically she says, yeah, they argued. Okay, she went out hanging with, I think she said, Katie, while she was out for whatever reason for 30 minutes. She didn't have her phone with her. Nathan got mad and thought it was something going on. She got back in the house late. By the time she got back in the house, they get into a big argument. Then she thought everything was squashed and that they was okay, but some kind of way they went to sleep and woke back up and got into a whole another argument where he was bringing stuff back up again. And he had ended up I think she said he slammed her damn phone in the car door, supposedly by mistake. I don't know how the hell you do that. And then she broke his on purpose since hers was broke. So now we both just got broke phones. Okay, they broke each other's phones, and it escalated from there, whatever. So her mother's like, yeah, that's not good. You can't continue with that. That's not gonna make no sense. Of course, if you're in situations like that, one is dangerous just being in that type of situation. Two, that could cause either one or both of y'all to go back to using. Maybe it's best that we just leave this Nathan's situation alone, right? And so, you know, Skylar over here talking about, oh, I don't know, and she basically starts to cry or whatever, and saying if this doesn't work, then she gives up all relationships altogether. She doesn't want to even invest in another relationship because she's already just had such bad experiences when it comes to relationship. Love has never been good to her, okay? What's the name of that song? Love don't love me, okay, and love don't live here no more. That's what Skylar's singing right now, right? She just feels like it's hopeless. This would be it. She gives up. And her mother gave her the best advice that she could have possibly ever gave her and told her, love yourself, girl. Love yourself. Okay, Skylar, please do. Because, honey, no. That's a big no from me. Now, moving on from them, the last ones we're going to talk about is Aries and Cameron, child. Cam, okay? Aries and Cameron wake up smiling. You know, she's saying, we had a time last night. We had a time, okay? She says it was good. She's tired. You know, they partied hard. They got it in. But she is feeling a little sick. She's feeling a little sick, a little hungover, a little tired. She don't want to get up and go out nowhere, you know, because he was saying, okay, we done laid up enough. Time for us to get ready to get up and get out of here. We enjoyed ourselves. Now we're going to go ahead and enjoy ourselves, you know, with our, you know, with my family or whatever. You know, we got to just get together with my family. So she's like, honey, I'm tired from the night we had. I'm kind of tired. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, too well, and I don't feel like going anyway. So she's like, I'd rather stay back for a while. Now, even if she would have said she wanted to stay back for a while and then she going to meet him there, I would have kind of got that. I thought it was kind of funky for her to say she didn't want to go either, you know. She's like, but you go. You be with your family and friends and you enjoy yourself. So he's like, come on, man. You knew they was doing this party for me or whatever the case may be. This is really important. He was like, it's going to be some people there that you did not get to meet at the wedding or whatever that you can meet there. She's saying she drained, you know, she's drained. She really don't feel up to it. And she's like, well, Kim's family decided to throw him a welcome home party the day after the wedding. She was like, come on, they didn't have to do that. They could have either waited to do this party or they could have done it before the wedding. My thing is, Iris, I would have actually been on your side. You got a point there. But remember that they found out about your wedding last minute and they still all came through, sweetie. Technically, okay? It was y'all wedding that was the surprise. They probably already did have this welcome damn party, you know what I'm saying, planned. And y'all threw them for the loop by saying, oh, but we getting married tomorrow, remember? Because they had to go and find the outfits last minute. So your point is kind of taken back there, you know? And she's been saying, like, you know, you go ahead, you do what you got to do. I already met your family at the wedding anyway. He was like, yeah, but it's still, you know what I'm saying, more family that didn't even come to the wedding that is going to be there. And he was like, they're going to be very disappointed with, you know what I'm saying, you not coming or whatever, because she's saying she met the majority of them. How the hell do you know that was the majority of them anyway? So she claiming she can barely stand up and all this stuff, let alone going to meet his family. So she's like, but you go. She was like, you know, and I have to go back to Florida tomorrow, whatever, right? So she was like, I really wish that he could just stay here and cuddle up with me or whatever, but you know, we'll have a long talk later. So he's like, all right, well, I'm about to leave, as long as you know that was the whole point of this thing, was for you to meet my family. We just got married. I wanted you to enjoy time with, you know, my family and friends with me. And she's saying, no, just go and enjoy yourself, but stay on your P's and Q's. So he's saying how he was excited for her to meet them after some of them didn't come to the wedding, especially just so they could learn each other and get to know each other. And he was like, so I am a little pissed about this. I'm not even gonna lie. Of course, he was like, so you just not going to come or whatever and let me rock without you. He was like, this is really unacceptable, and it's going to leave a bad taste in his family's mouth. She don't give a damn, you know. Of course, he start yelling, you supposed to be with me. She starts yelling, I'm not going. He says, stop popping your veins in your neck. She say, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you do what you want to do. Go spend time with your family. She's like, you already know I got limited time here, so that basically was that with that. She knows I can talk however I want to talk. So he was like, well, you lucky if I come back. What if I don't come back and he go out and slam the door? Now, come to find out, all this time, her damn daughter is still there by herself. She asking her if she packed up. You know, she knocking at the hotel room door, letting her know that it's her. And she opens the door and let her in, and she's like, how you feeling? Because you got to get packed up, because apparently she got to be back for school, and she's leaving before her to go back, to fly back by herself after she already flew there by her damn self, okay? And asking her, did she have fun at the wedding? And she's like, it was all right. It was long. It was late. She was like, but did you have fun? Yes or no? So she's like, yeah. So then she's saying, well, Cam won't be here because he had went to see his family or whatever the case may be, but maybe you could at least call and speak to him before you go. And I'm like thinking to myself, well, you could have just told Cameron that, instead of the whole, I'm not feeling well and I don't want to go to your mama house right now or your family house right now. You could have been like, this is my daughter's last day here. Remember, I have to get her ready and I have to get her back to the airport. And again, could have been like, well, I'm going to meet you after I get her settled and get her back, you know, get her to the airport and say goodbye to her and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just something about this didn't make sense to me, right? So they say, come on, let's go. And she leave out with her daughter. And when they're showing him with his family, of course, they was already about to do a damn toast before he even got up in there. And then when he do get up in there, they like, hey, you know, welcome home, come on. And of course, he ready to toast it up with them. And they're actually talking to him for a minute before they was like, wait, where's your wife? Why your wife not here? You know, oh, she didn't want to come. She didn't feel like being bothered. She wasn't feeling good. Well, you know, instead of him just saying, well, she was kind of tired. She said she worn out. She got to get her daughter back to the airport. He just starts going, oh, well, she said she didn't want to come, and he's like, I don't know, take that up with her. Take that up with her. I don't want to talk about anything, you know what I'm saying, that has to do with that. I don't give a F. I don't give a F. Call her. So then his sister like, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You know, I ain't got a problem with that. She was like, let me speak to her directly and hear it from the horse's mouth. So she proceeds, you know what I'm saying, to call her, and Aries just answered sounding so dry, sounding like she about to lose her damn voice like I sound right now. And she was saying she resting, and his aunt and his sisters was like, Dag, we really want to see you, like what's going on or whatever. And they said that these are red flags. If she already didn't want to come here to meet them, that shows them a sign or whatever the case may be. And they was like, here you are talking about moving to Florida. I never heard you talking about moving to Florida or before, and you gonna pick up and go where she at when she's not even willing to come over here and see you with your family. I can understand them feeling that way, you know. Then his other aunt pulls him to the side and was like, I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna ask some auntie questions. Do you really think that you are ready for the things that it takes to be a husband, to be a whole stepfather? Remember, this girl does have a, you know, daughter. Are you gonna be around the daughter like this? Mind you, he drinking, and this was part of the whole thing. Remember, he got locked right back up for drinking, you know, when he came out, and now saying that supposedly his parole said he can drink but he can't get crazy and do too much. It's like, what do you consider to be too much? Because at this point you standing on tables, you falling down. When he falling, one of the damn aunts said, child, he tripping, okay, he bugging the hell out. So they already looking at him crazy like that. That's when he starts to get loud and he's starting to yell, and you can already see that he damn twisted as I don't know what. And so, you know, when the aunt is basically talking to him and saying, I'm just trying to come as an auntie, I'm trying to keep it real with you. She like, you know, when you get arrested and get in trouble, it has an effect on us too, because we care about you and we love you. But he busy saying, you know, I'm the one that got to do the time. I'm the one that go through it. Nobody goes through it through me. And he's like, can't you just do me a favor? He getting down on his damn knees talking about some trust me, trust me, trust me. And she like, oh Lord, oh please. She's like, no, come on, seriously. She was like, in terms of you being, you know, do you think you can be responsible and you can actually be a damn husband that this lady would need? You know what I'm saying? To be able to have a daggone wife and to have a stepchild. Do you really think you're in that position to do that? Of course, he never answers her damn question not one time. And then when he go back in, you know, his sister was like saying, okay, that's fine if you are going to leave or whatever, but why do you have to leave so soon? Why don't you go and, you know, she be there and you be here and you spend some more time with us and get, you know, yourself more established and stuff like that before you jump to go. I'm not saying don't go at all. I'm just saying, why would you rush and go right now? You know, and again, he's yelling, oh, listen to me what I'm saying. And, you know, you can't tell me what to do. And nobody was there when I was going through everything that I was going through. And you're not going to tell me what to do. And, you know, do you respect me? Do you respect me? Do you respect me? Keep saying, do you respect me? First she was saying, yeah. But then she was like, hell no, I don't respect you because you sitting here trying to yell at me like I'm a damn child or something like that. And I'm not. She like, if you want respect, you give respect. And she was saying it ain't that much tired in the world. That sound like bullcrap. She was like, she drives, I don't know what she said. First of all, when you get something, that usually give you a little pep in your step, okay? Get you excited and you be ready to go, not have you all down and dreary. I said, well, she do kind of get a point there, okay? Sis and them, they be speaking some truth, all right? They be real and they definitely be speaking some truth. So she was like, you know, that don't even sound right. And she was like, you know, I'm not going to bite my tongue. If I'm saying she's my sister, then I'm going to talk to her directly like she's my sister, whatever the case may be, right? And so she was like, she would be a lot more energized or whatever if she had some good sex. So she was like, you know, all these things is just red flags as far as she's concerned. And that it seems like a middle finger by her not showing up, you know? And so I appreciate that he has a family that cares for him. Now, he seems fruitier than a damn fruitcake, okay? But he do seem like he comes from a good family that cares about him and stuff like that. So she just wanted to know, like, how you gonna provide for this family? Oh, trust me, it's gonna be okay. You know, how you gonna be able to take care of them? How you gonna be able to finish doing things on time when you turned around and got in trouble with liquor right after you had just got out? You know what I'm saying? So she was asking the right questions, but he ends up getting mad, yelling back and forth with them, saying that he's gonna go ahead and leave. And they just was like, well, pick up your ring off the table first, hubby. His whole damn ring is off the finger. And they was like, well, maybe that's an omen. Okay? And that was basically, y'all, the episode, honey. Put it in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about these daggone couples this week, child, okay, with the messiness and the foolishness that is Love After Lockup that we already know. We gonna be getting the hot mess of it all. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Put it in the comments. Let's discuss anything I forgot. Put it down there. We'll discuss it there, honey. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you were so inclined. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Till next time, y'all. Toodaloo.